Now this, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is boasting about the number of progressive judges that Democrats put in place to basically hamstring President Trump's policies. Listen to this.
The good news here is we did put 235 judges, progressive judges, judges not under the control of Trump last year on the bench, and they are ruling against Trump time after time after time. And we hope that the appellate courts, when it gets up there in the Supreme Court, will uphold those rulings.
Interesting. Lisa Boothe joins us now. Hi, great to see you in person, Lisa. Long time.
When you were saying it was cold earlier, I was thinking it's because we're Floridian.
Anything below 60, and I'm like, get the Parker out.
It made me laugh because I was thinking the same thing.
All right, let's get to this issue. Okay. Donald Trump pushing to get a bill through to stop these progressive judges. I mean, I understand. I think it works both ways. We have conservative judges, say, on the Supreme Court. How does this play out? What can the president do?
Well, I think the mask has fallen on the idea of objectivity in the country, right? We know that the media is not objective. We know that the intelligence agencies aren't objective. And Chuck Schumer was the one who said that if you mess with the intelligence agencies, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back to you. Yeah. And we previously thought these things were objective, and now that we know that they aren't. And I think the courts are the same, right? You look at just the sheer numbers of that more than half of the nationwide federal injunctions that have ever been issued since 1963 have all been directed at President Trump during his first term alone, right? And the left could say, oh, well, it's because he uniquely oversteps. Well, no, I mean, Joe Biden was the one who tried to issue a whole new amendment via tweet, right? The ERA, right? This is someone who went through with the student loan cancellations despite knowing that it was not constitutional and even had admitted so. So,
very true.
No, it's just uniquely directed against President Trump because, for whatever reason, the left just hates this man so much, and that extends to the courts as well, sadly.
He could sneeze and a judge would rule against him.
Well, what's the whole, I could cure cancer and the left.
Yeah, exactly. And he's right. I mean,
he's right. It's sad,
I want to get onto this one, Lisa. President Trump officially signing the executive order to eliminate the Department of Education. I want you to listen to what the president said about it.
Sure.
Today we take a very historic action that was 45 years in the making. And it sounds strange, doesn't it? Department of Education, we're going to eliminate it. And everybody knows it's right. And the Democrats know it's right, and I hope they're going to be voting for it. But we're going to be returning education very simply back to the states where it belongs. And this is a very popular thing to do, but much more importantly, it's a common sense thing to do.
Lisa, we do now know that the Fox poll only shows 32% support for this move. However, Donald Trump promised to do this on the campaign trail, and he's following through, and the Department of Education has hardly been a tremendous success.
Exactly. Look, I think he can move those numbers on the messaging. This is less about abolishing the Department of Education. This is more about empowering parents and empowering states. And we saw this parental-led rebellion happen throughout the country since COVID, particularly. I mean, that was the whole reason Glenn Youngkin was able to win in Virginia, right? You had his opponent basically say that he didn't think parents should be in charge of their kids' education, and parents were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And also parents got a front row seat during COVID, particularly because, their kids were at home, of seeing what their kids were being taught and realizing that, this is not good, right? And those numbers bear out as well. I mean, you look at since the 1970s, we've seen more than 245% increase in spending per pupil. Yet you look at some of these test scores and,
it's embarrassing.
Yeah, 13-year-olds, they can't read, they can't do math, right? And so why are we accepting failure as a country? So I think this is more just about empowering parents, about empowering the states, and getting rid of the bureaucracy is going to be better for these parents and also better for their kids' education. So I think on the messaging, you can get those numbers up personally.
Very good. Lisa Boothe, great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Wrap up if you go outside. Freezing out there.
Lauren will be fine. She's used to the cold. We're hard babies now.
We're wimps.
I always have my blanket on my lap.